Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. This video is a little bit different than the traditional podcast videos. And my aim with these videos and this channel overall is to always bring value to you and to help you become a better version of yourself, whether that be in leadership, whether that be as a parent, as a father, and also growing in the things of God. So that is the main focus of this channel. And so I wanted to try something a little bit different with this video. And as I was doing my Bible study, I wanted to just share some of the things that come out of my Bible study with you guys in my time of study. And so I figured, why not start? So I'm currently in sort of this one proverb a day sort of thing. I mean, I've been doing it for quite some time. And Proverbs, I think, is one of those books that you can read and you could immediately apply those things that you've read instantly. And so it's a book that will bring you a wealth of wisdom and knowledge. And so kind of wanted to share that with you guys here with this first video. In the Proverbs is Proverbs 27 verse 17. And it says, "Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another." Now this is from the ESV. Again, it says, "Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another." And I wanted to share some of the things that stood out to me through this. So it's going to be a real short video, short and sweet, so that you guys can get what you need. And so the first thing that stood out to me in this scripture is the highlight and the need for community. We are people who were born to live in community. We weren't born and we weren't made to live in isolation. And we see that really from the very beginning in the book of Genesis, but also here and in so many other scriptures. But here it highlights the need for community. And what I love about that is it's not just, we don't necessarily need a plethora of friends or people in our inner circle. We all just need that one person. We all just need that one friend, that one brother, that one mentor, that one father figure, that one pastor that sharpens us, that speaks into us, and that allows us to grow in our calling. And I think that's what Proverbs 27 verse 17 is. It says that iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Another translation says, and that's the YLT, the Young's literal translation, it says, "Iron by iron is sharpened, and a man sharpens the face of his friend." And so we all just need that one person. As a matter of fact, in Proverbs 18 verse 24, it says, "A man of many companions may come to ruin." So it's not guaranteed that even if you had a great number of friends, that you still won't come to ruin. The word says it there. And it continues, "But there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother," who sticks closer not out of obligation, not out of reluctancy or compulsion, but he does so out of love. There is a friend who sticks closer. And so we all just need that one friend that can stick close, that can sharpen us when we need to be sharpened. And the second thing is it's, you get this picture of a blacksmith who hammers at a sword or at a tool that they're making consistently. And sharpening happens through striking. It happens through friction, and it happens through sparks, right? That's how a hammer, that's how a sword or a tool that a blacksmith is making comes out. And so we know that in order to sharpen one another, there is going to be some friction, right? In order to sharpen one another, there'll be sparks. In order to sharpen one another, there's going to be striking. And so it's not a one-time thing. It's not something you do once and you kind of forget. But through constant striking and friction and striking, we sharpen one another. And so a good friend is a friend who doesn't shy away from tough conversations. They're able to have those conversations in hopes to sharpen their friend. And the Young's literal translation again says, and we'll talk about this a little bit, sharpens the face of his friend. And so the second point that stood out to me is that we all need to have people who are like-minded as we because the Young's literal translation, the beginning, it says iron by iron is sharpened. In other words, a feather can't sharpen an iron. Paper can't sharpen an iron. Sandpaper can't sharpen an iron. Rock can't sharpen an iron. It is iron by iron. So it's people who are like-minded as we are. It is people who have the same goals and visions, who are going in the same direction as we are, that we can be sharpened in. I know for many of my past relationships, I can recall some of those relationships actually elevated because there was friction. Some of those relationships elevated because there was that constant striking and building and shaping of me, my character, right? And so being like-mindedness is super important. Again, going back to Proverbs 18:24, though you may have many companions, those people might not be on the same page as you. They might not have the same goals and visions and aspirations, and they're probably not all going in the same direction as you. And so that's important, which can lead you to ruins, because there's so many different mindsets and in directions going on around you. But in the midst of that, there should be one person, one friend who sticks closer than all of those people. And those are the people that will guide you and sharpen you when needed. And lastly, as I mentioned, we shouldn't be afraid or shy away from friction, sharpening, striking that leads to godly sharpening. We shouldn't shy away from that. I've heard it said that accountability is not only calling somebody out, but it's also pulling them up. And I thought that was so powerful, that even in times of sharpening, you might feel some type of way. But if that person is doing it out of love, they're not only calling you out on your mess, but they're also calling you up to what they know that you could be. So we should not shy away from friction when it leads to godly sharpening. And the last thing I'll share is, again, from the Young's literal translation. It says, iron by iron is sharpened, and a man sharpens the face of his friend. Now, in the Bible, the word face is usually countenance, right? The countenance of God, how God looks upon you and his people. And I thought that was very interesting, that it says, and a man sharpens the face of his friend, because there's literally a change to the face of someone, which is their character, the personality. So through sharpening, you're literally changing somebody. And again, we think of that picture of a blacksmith who takes a hammer to a sword or a tool, and he strikes it. That hammer has no choice. That sword has no choice but to take form. If you're in a circle of people, you're most likely going to take the form of those people in your circle. But if we have that one person who strikes us, who there's friction, but in the end he sharpens us, then we have no choice but to change in our personality, in our character, and in the ways that we go. And so iron by iron is sharpened. So fam, I hope that was helpful. Hope that was a blessing, as it was for me. And I do hope to bring some of these more shorter videos to be a blessing and to bring value to you. So until next time, thank you for joining me on this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. God bless you.